It has been a while since I've recorded last on the CraftKingdom server, so I think it's about time that I get back into a brand new episode here in CraftKingdom. And I think I'm going to start this episode off with a time-lapse of me working on my base. So let's go ahead and let's just jump right in. Alright, so here I build 3 platforms built out of deep slate, as you saw in the creative world. And I did change a few things, such as detailing on it, because it does need a bit more detail, but that is the end of this time lapse. Alright, so here it is, and I think it's looking pretty good. So, of course, you notice that there are a few differences here from the original design that I showed you in the creative world back in episode 1, such as these pillars here are now made out of basalt and what's this stuff called? Tuff, yeah. Compared to the original design that just used deep slate bricks. And of course I decided to do this just to add a bit more texture into it because I felt like just having deep slate bricks over and over got a little repetitive. I feel like this design is slightly under detailed right now, but I don't know. And of course, like always, let me know in the comments of any improvements or suggestions you have for my builds. So something I really haven't done much with other than upgrading it is my shop. And what I mean by this is selling stuff, because I just kind of sell a lot of random stuff that I pick up and really don't need, and people end up not buying stuff. So I feel like I should probably sell some more useful stuff so that I could get a bit more sales. I also should probably keep up with restocking my shop, although that isn't really necessary right now, as nobody really buys stuff from my shop. But of course, that's exactly why I need to get into just working on my shop and spending a bit more time on it. So something I did in between episodes is me, Ender Destroyer, and Mr. Taco all teamed up, and we constructed a super smelter. Now you might be thinking, hey, this is Extrenix's space. Well, he decided to move again, and you saw that huge, and you may have seen that huge castle in the shopping district. So that is now where he is living. And so me, Mr. Taco, and Ender Destroyer, we took his old base and we dug out a huge room in here and put in a super smelter. So the super smelter is beneath the super smelter itself is actually beneath the floor. The reason for this is because of all the noise it produces from the minecarts sliding around, and plus, even with the amount of noise that produces, it doesn't seem that doing that was really necessary because of all the drop of noises that we hear up here. Not sure what these diamond ores are doing here, but I'll leave them be. It is quite tempting to mine them. But anyway, I was thinking that with the super smelter, I could use it and maybe sell some stuff in my shop from it. Since I have such an easy route to smelting everything, all I need to do is find something that's easy to mine that requires smelting and something that people would use. And one of the first thing that came to my mind is nether brick, because Extrenix is, I'm pretty sure, is using nether bricks for his castle, so he's going to need some of these if he wants to build it. Another thing about this is that me, Mr. Taco, and Ender Destroyer have also started a smelting business, so people can order something at Mr. Taco's shop to smelt, and then we will take it here, smelt it up, and give it back to them, and then they can pay us for it. So I'm going to go ahead and head off to the nether and mine a bit of netherrack to sell in the shop. If I remember properly, you put the items in here, dump them in here, and then do it like so, and there we go. And I might have to manually go down and fuel it because, like you said, there is no proper fueling system for this. Although it does seem to be working. I just cannot bump any of these minecarts because that could mess it up. So if I go up here, I should see plenty of nether brick flowing in. Just like so. And there we go, it is all smelted up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this out of here, and I should be good to go. So I kind of once again run out of the inventory room. I'll just throw that out, and I'll get rid of this. There you go. Now I can sell these nether bricks in my shop, and maybe I can get a few sales out of these. So I think I'm going to swap out quartz for nether bricks, because I have another plan for quartz, because nobody's going to buy quartz in itself, but if I were to turn the quartz into redstone components, then I could, that might make a few more sales. Because eventually somebody's going to be building a redstone contraption and realize they need quartz for it, and then they're going to have to go to the nether and get it. They might not realize my shop sells it, so... But you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Just of course put my sales sign on here, so I'll make it 1 diamond for 16. Because nether brick is pretty easy to obtain. Of course, the smelting can be a little tedious to deal with, unless you're using a super smelter like me. So I think I'm going to get started with selling observers, because they use quartz, and they are probably one of the most useful quartz involving redstone components. The only other component I can actually think of that uses quartz is a daylight detector, and nobody really uses those. So, I mean, of course people use them, but they're not commonly used, or as commonly used as an observer. So let's see here, I got 2 redstone per observer, so I have plenty of redstone dust. So I'll go and I'll turn this into observers. So I've crafted up 37 observers here, and I have another stack of redstone left. That's what I've ran out of, but I definitely want to keep this. I actually don't have that much redstone, so I am going to have to get some more redstone in my hands. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad time to go mining soon. But I'm going to go ahead and bring these observers to my shop. Actually, I should probably get a sign and a chest first. Alright, so I'm here at my shop, and I'm about to put another set of items for sale, so I'll just place them down over here, right here, and put these observers in. Should probably figure out how many I'm going to sell. I'll probably go, let's see. So I'll go 1 diamond per 5 observers. Alright, so something I need to do is industrialize a bit more, because right now I don't really have that great of a farm. I just have this very small sugarcane and carrots farm, and that's not very productive. I only just come on every once in a while and farm from it, but I'm not making too much from it. So I need to start building some more industrial sized farms, so I can farm sugarcane and carrots and other important things like that faster. Because I should probably have a backup source of paper and carrots, just in case the shops get to decide that they're going to raise their prices or something. So I need to find an area to start farming, and then I can start building. Also, why I'm in the process and I have this farm still, I should probably cover this area up, because this is a great way for mobs to get in. As you saw a little bit ago, a creeper came in and blew this up, and that's happened before to me multiple times before. So I need to cover this up to prevent creepers from just walking in whenever they want and blowing up my house. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that up, and then I will find my area that I will use for more industrial sized farms, and we'll start work on those. Alright, so I've gotten all the materials I needed, and I've covered up this little hole and just made a nice little sunroof over top of my little plant area. So Now I won't have to worry about mobs sneaking in the back of my base. Anyway, as I was saying, this farm is pretty inefficient for the current status of the season. So I think it's about time I go ahead and upscale a little bit and build a larger scale for sugarcane farm. Before I start my sugarcane farm, however, I first went ahead to the shopping district because there I can stock up my books, and also I might need to steal an observer from my shop because I don't know if I have the materials to make it. Actually, I think I do, so I'm just going to go ahead and put one together right here. There we go. I just realized that I actually had 50 other books that I could have put into my shop, but I guess I'll put those in there the next strip I make over there. Anyway, let's build this sugarcane farm. I'm going to go ahead and start gathering materials. I'll probably just build it out of cobblestone. I'm also going to need a piston to do this. So for this time lapse, instead of listening to me just talk about the build or really anything else, instead I'm going to put some music into the jukebox, and I'll let you guys listen to that while I build. So I guess I'll build it back here after I tear down a few of these trees. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so that is my sugarcane farm complete. It's very small, as you can see right now, and I do plan on expanding it in the future. But for now, this is pretty much all I can afford, so I'm just going to stick with this. But it's pretty simple how it works. You see, I just have sugarcane planted here, and when this piece of sugarcane here gets high enough, this will trigger this observer and cause the pistons to stick out. Alright there, that's just a little stupid mistake I made, because basically this is only going to take off the top half, which would be much less efficient than just taking off everything except for the very bottom half, which is my original plan. I just wasn't really thinking when I built it. But I should probably actually test if it works, so I'm going to go ahead and trigger the observer. And yep, it works exactly as planned. And actually, with the pistons being up this high anyway, this would theoretically cause us to loop infinitely, because it's constantly detecting the piston arm pushing out and pulling in. So there's another reason that that wouldn't have worked in the first place. That is my little sugarcane farm, so hopefully this will work and it'll produce me a bit of sugarcane. I no longer have to manually farm it either. Alright, so with that farm checked off of my to-do list, I think the next few farms that I would want to build is a gold farm and a carrot farm. Of course, currently I do have that little carrot farm, but I would like to, but just like I did with the sugarcane farm, I would like to elevate this into a automated farm. I'm not actually sure if it is possible to automate carrot farming, although I believe you can do it with villagers. I'm not 100% sure though. And also I'd like to do a gold farm, because once I get a carrot and a gold farm, you can probably see where I'm going with this. Once I get a carrot and a gold farm, then I can make my own golden carrots instead of buying them from Extremix shop. And it can save me some money. And I can also sell golden carrots at my shop, because they are a pretty popular thing. So if I can get even better deal than Extremix, then I can sell them in my shop. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, so I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I wouldn't mind if you dropped a subscribe down below, as it would help grow the popularity of my channel. Anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.